Sparks here, back for more Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna be continuing on with some of the weekly content soon, but first we need to finish up dailies, because we're actually about to level up the Arcasadora. Sparks, am I glad to see you. Haven't made much headway on our Gadgesaur problem, but let me tell you about the rest of it. Like I said, no tearful reconciliation or nothing, but having folks at the Mahane's been giving us peace of mind. Between our little outfit and Kakana's contacts, we got every sort of adventurer we could ever need. Ogle's been stopping by when she can too. She's got mighty good at riding. I think she's got the instincts of a racer. Once Olgo finds her groove, she's unstoppable. There's no doubt she's been setting a great example for our recruits. So much so that even the Radiant Hote's been asking us for guards and lookouts to patrol the roads. Works out in our favor, seeing as we'll be the first to know if Akala ever decides to boss, right on cue. We just got word. A whole mob of Gadgesaur is closing in on us. I don't think it's because they got wind of our deal on lassies or nothing neither. They'll be here any moment, boss. What do we do? Gasa, go and find Ogul and Palaka's stand and have her report here. They want you to make the rounds and tell folks in this area to be on the alert. Got a hunch Akala's only after us, but just to be safe. Maru, I want you to keep up your maintenance on the carts. No need to panic, but if matters should run awry, I want everyone ready to leave. Understand? I'm going to relay the situation to our friends at the Mahane. As for you, Sparks, I'd like you to go and graciously welcome our Gadgesaur guests. Any fights picked with you, you've got my permission to finish. But I don't want no blood on your hands. Don't mean to make things complicated, but that's how it's gotta be. Oh, you want to report back when you've handled things. Yep. Easy enough. Just gonna get my friend out. And then we're gonna fly out to places. Oh, wait. Ah, I see. Suspicious disturbance. Haha. I do feel a little bad for these Gadgesaura. They're literally only acting up because they feel like they don't belong anywhere. That is relatable. Feeling like you don't belong. Save my other one for last group. It's appropriate I'm currently playing as a class that actually uses blunt weapons. At least I think they're blunt. Haha. All right. That's progress. Doo-doo. Oh look, Akala's here. It is interesting he seems to be the only member of the enemy forces that has actually got dressed. Welcome back. As you can see, we're a bit of a deadlock with our favorite hippo enthusiast here. This is hardly time to be glib, Trina. But rest assured that I am prepared to do all that is necessary in self-defense, even if that should be a swift and decisive offense. Hold on a moment. I'm angry. When I think about what Akala's stolen and who he's hurt, I start boiling like afternoon soup. But skewering him ain't gonna solve the bigger issue. The sheathing animation is interesting because she actually has a scabbard for a weapon where most characters don't. I say we talk first, see if we ain't so different after all. You too weak for a call. Leave Hippos go. You want us to leave, Svarna? That ain't an option, and you know that. But if you've got such a hankering for Hippocrates, there's another way. You could always join us. Me and my associates, me and my people, we built this place to welcome us when nowhere else would. So there ain't no version of this where we simply up and leave because you demand it. But you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? You know what it's like to have no place to welcome you. To need to take care of your people, no matter what. That's why I don't want to fight you. Your people, no place for home, but you protect people. You same as Akala. If Akala hits your people, tell truth. You forgive no Akala. Like I said, I'm angry. No one unless my family gets away with it. That's why I want to settle things with you, leader to leader, fair and square. Akala hits stronger than weak you. Akala win. Sure, keen on violence, ain't ya? When I say sell things, I'm not talking about fight. I'm talking about a race. On hippo carts. If I lose, I swear on my honor as a racer that I'll agree to your terms. But if I win, you repent for what you've done and you join us, peaceably. Deal? Fool, a color win race. Take hippos, take wagons. No, you're gonna lose. You can try. We'll start the race from that harbor town right there and ride the high road all the way up past the quarry further on. Agree, I'll call away to town, but I'll call away not long. Yep. Well, he was more reasonable than I expected. But unless he decides to perpetrate any knavery, I shall keep a sharp eye over him. I ain't gonna go back on what I said. but I really shouldn't have called Akala out like that. Not because I think I'll lose, not your life. But we had to crawl our way up from being nothing but reckless misfits. And now that we've made something of ourselves, I'm gonna ride the high road and blow whatever respect we earned to the wind. What's done is done, I guess. Now we just gotta focus on keeping things fair. Don't want Kala working at traverse around us. Not when everyone's futures are at stake. Damn it all, how are we supposed to make this work? What if the race were a sanctioned event? That's genius, Sparks! An official hippo race between the Archosaur and Gajasora. That'd be, well, legendary. If we do that, not only do we stay legitimate, but we'd be hosting an event that everyone can enjoy, like a festival. I know I said our racing days were over, but this is gonna be one for the Chronicles, Sparks. I'll show you a race you'll never forget. Alright, I'll have Goal smooth things over with the Radiant host while my associates spread the word about our upcoming scurry. Come and meet me in Yelmahad. Can't keep Akala waiting too long. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Hehehe. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And now we go ahead. See how this goes. You not ready? Akala ready. Akala, no patience. Keep your armor on. We've got to wait for our audience to show up. Don't want to start without our kinsfolk cheering us on now, do we? Kins? Race battle? Not show off? No kins. Oh, Akala, our kins are gonna make sure both sides play fair. Besides, if you win, they'll officially be your kins, right? Fine, Akala accept kins. Speaking of which, I've got a proposition for you. Seeing as this race is going to determine the future of both our peoples, I'd like to declare it a cooperative effort. Only the two of us will be riding the track, of course. My team's going to be backing me up from the sidelines. You're welcome to do the same if you'd like. Battle. Akala win alone. Akala strong. Is that so? Alright then. Sparks, let's talk. I think it goes without saying that this race ain't just about the Hippo Riders. The whole island, all the people on it, are counting on us to win this. So here's my plan. I'm gonna give you a link pearl, like the ones me and my associates use. That way we can be in contact during the race. Okay. I'll have Maru and Gasha stand by at key points along the track so that they can give you updates on our progress. I want you to use that information to advise me during the race. Sound okay? Not to lay on the pressure or anything, I take full responsibility for how I ride. But just in case I lose my head, I want you to keep me focused. Ooh. Okay, this is a big thing. I need to check some things. FF, XIV. Okay. Right. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba. Uh... Okay, do our choices... Is this one of those missions where our choices don't actually matter? Of course it is. Feeling the pressure, I think I take full responsibility for how I ride, but just in case I lose my head, I want you to keep me focused. Chief Strategist reporting for duty. Haha! Love that pose. Thanks, pal. I'm counting on you. It's even better that I actually am wearing glasses. All that's left is getting Seor ready to run. Then there ain't nothing stopping us. If you like those bright colors, what do you reckon the chances are of a rainbow conveniently popping out of nowhere, eh? If only. I made it, boss. Maru, what are you doing here? I'm sweating like Ogle in that gauge ahead. What happened? What's the matter? Nothing, boss. I brought you something for your race. Sarah goes wild for bright colors, right? So I used some of our leftover goo, though, to make a rainbow. Just throw it and she'll perk right up for sure. If this ain't a sign from the divinities, I don't know what is. Maru, you hamsterhead, really came through. We're gonna win this thanks to you. I'll save this for just the right moment. Can't hit the ground running too hard after all. Keep that in mind when you're coaching me. Pacing is important for a race this long. Anyway, go on ahead to the goalpost over by Giant Skull Roads. I'll see you when I bring home a victory. Mirror, I want you watching the high road around the great work. I'll fill you in on the details by Link Pearl. Here we go. This is gonna be fun. They're sending me to wait by the end point of the race. Which is a good place, I guess. Make sure I don't get... Can't be accused of cheating if your advisor is all the way at the end. I mean, you can still, but... This is a fight to determine the future of this land. So... Gotta try and make sure that it's as fair a competition as possible. Huh. You know, if I turn in all the Arcasadora quests, including the 3... We don't get 3 extra, though, do we, today? That's annoying. I keep forgetting about that fact, because we didn't for the other 2. Which is silly, really, but in fairness, the last bit is to just unlock the Allied mission. Well, here it is, the finish line. Those 2 trunks would serve as the marker for it. Or not, well, yep. Now they've got an actual thing set up for it. Which is nice. Teacher, we're already over here. It seems the preparations of the goalpost are complete. Racers, are you ready? Citizens of Favner, I welcome you to the very first Hanish Hippo Hustle. Representing the Arcasador and our very own Hippo riders, Trina. Representing the Gajasora, the mighty Akala. Racers, take your mark. Oh good, they're getting a fair start. Get set. Go! Ooh. Akala win. Run, run. Conquest for Akala. Don't want to go too fast right at the start. That gadget's our bastard pushing our precious Hippo that hard. I'm so mad I'm sweating blood. The boss is eating dust, but the road's not looking too good up ahead. What's your call? Save your strength. The road's looking rocky. Right, we'll hold fast. Alright. They're passing by the Great Works. It looks like Akala's Hippo might be reaching its limit. Not surprising to see how hard he's pushing it. Chances are good. Akala's not going to take much more of a lead, but it's your call. Go, Trina. Hippos are go. Ain't gotta tell me what. Come on, Zero. Let's show them what we've got. You, fast, more fast. Run, run. Yep, his Hippo's slowing down. She's about to pass him. Two Hippo carts are hurtling towards the goal at breakneck speed. Give your final piece of advice for Trina to win. Unleash the rainbow! Haha, I've been waiting for this. Get ready to see lightning. Sayora, let's go! Oh my goodness! Sparkles! Sparkles in the eyes. Oh. It's really close, but... yeah! Let the hippos rest. Who won? Who was it? Akala win? By Hippo's nose, the victor of the Hanish Hippo Hustle is Trina! And we all saw it! We all saw it. She won fair and square. The victory music. Akala lose? Why? You trick Akala? No, we didn't trick you. We just know our hippos, that's all. What they like, how much they can take. Hippos are living, breathing creatures, same as us. Having to run that hard for that long, all while pulling a heavy bloke like you? No mystery why your hippo melted its grease. Hippo slow because grease melts. Akala understand. And I did say that your people could support you during the race, but you insisted on riding alone. They're your battle brothers, ain't they? I bet they would have loved to help. I might be in charge, But if I've got to rely on others to protect my people, I'm not hesitating. You can only do so much by yourself. By yourself. Of course, trusting folks enough to do that didn't exactly come naturally to me neither. Me and my people, we used to be nothing but a bunch of misfits. We really belonged nowhere, and no one really wanted us around in the first place. People like us ain't got a lot of options. You either scrape by on the outskirts, so that you ain't a bother, or leave for someplace new and hope that you can prove yourself somehow. But it ain't gotta be like that. You can be you and still build trust and contribute something positive, however small. Misfit or no, at some point you realize that none of us are really so different. Aw, it's all very sweet. So, I believe in you, Akala. I think if no good racers like us can turn things around, you and your people can too. You ain't gotta conquer nothing to protect your brothers now. A deal's a deal, right? Join us, become a Hippo rider, and see where the cart takes you. Akala. Your words understand. Akala, you no different. But Akala Gajasora, this bad. Our tribes may have their differences, but as for you and me, that's just a racing rivalry now. And everyone watching saw how hard you were trying for your people. Might take some time, but I think you'll find a place here. So what do you say? Come back with us to Svarna. Akala, accept. Yeah! That's good. They should have peace between them. That's what we want. Meh. Well, Trina, thank you for the stellar advice. Couldn't have done it without you. Ain't no way I was losing. But I'm glad this didn't end with Akala's people being chased off the island. It got a little tense when a bunch of Gajasora came walking in, bold as brass. By explaining the situation, everyone's been good-hearted about it. It's like I said, none of us are so different. Enough about that. People loved the race. When was the last time I rode like that? Wind against my face, crowd cheering me on. Now I think about it, might have been the first. Next time the Hana Hippo Hustle rolls around, we just started from Svarna. Or finish it, or both. The traffic would get at the Mahane. Who knew thinking up new ways to excite other folks would be so, well, exciting? All of this is thanks to you, Sparks. I can't thank you enough. Alright, let's get to it. Our brand new racing gate ain't gonna build itself after all. Yes, as I thought, the last thing to be built is proper archways. Yeah, look at that. That is gorgeous. And look at all the extra decorations. Oh, it's all beautiful. We even got a proper road now? Like paved. Oh, that is perfect. In commemoration of the historic race between the representatives of Arkansora, Sedora, and Gajasora people, and the peace thereby achieved, a gate has been erected in Svarna. Hippo Rider's reputation has soared to legendary heights. Backed by their diligence and hard-earned skills, Trina and her associates will continue to spread joy throughout all of that there. Yee. Do-do. Yay! Our invitation is sworn. Get an experience point bonus and wire selection of wares. Yeah! I mean, look at this place! This looks like a proper trading outpost now. And I love that about it. Yay! Now let's go over to our peddler and see if we can what we've got to trade. Alright, so we got the wind-up Arcasadora. That's something for the tabletop. Got that. Ooh, Finally! We can get our own Hippo cart. What do they have to purchase anyways? Ah, Geishel greetings. Well, let's get our own Hippo cart. Alright, now, next stop. Well, we still need to level up a few things, so we'll quickly pop over to the moon. Or, not the moon, Ultima Thule. We'll pop over to the moon after that. But Ultima Thule is our first stop. If only because of the fact that it is, like, the perfect place to trade everything in. And I want to check and see if I've actually gotten all the things that are available from the merchant in this area. I actually have no idea if I do or not. Card, thing that I do want for the house at some point probably in the future. Oh, it's a food item that we put down. Probably not then, because I already have loads of food. Okay, so first things first, portal to Elysium to get the things we need to trade in. I do love how this place has evolved over time and how beautiful everything is. I look forward to seeing it when it's finished. Oh, I didn't notice that big thing up there. Is that new? No, I probably just didn't notice it earlier. There again, there's an orb up there that I don't think was there before. I'm gonna go check something. Yeah, that was probably always there, and so was that. I just didn't notice them because I wasn't fully paying attention. Pretty though. Anyways, right, from here we want to get some Elysian rock salt. Of course we get more than one. I fully intend to just throw away the excess when I'm done. After all, there's no point in holding on to stuff that you're not going to be using. But it's going to be a while before I'm done with all the Beast Tribe stuff. Right, we only need one of these. Good, we just got the one. All I wanted. Just enough to complete the mission. Right, now I got some processing units that I need to bring things to. Seriously though, every aspect of this world is absolutely beautiful. I do hope that at some point in the future, when we do like max things out, that this place gets expanded so that all of the areas of it are properly connected, like an actual like real place. So that it looks like a proper completed world instead of its current state, where it's just like a bunch of island. It's just an island floating in space. We're not getting any experience for this, though, at this point. Alright, now we go over to the last dregs to turn in the other one. That's that. Now, the best thing for me to do will be to teleport over to the abode of the Aya, and then from there fly the rest of the way. That'll be the fastest way for me to do this. Oh, I feel bad. That's one of my favorite songs from this. I should consider seeing if they've actually put it on Spotify yet. Generally, they do try and put the soundtrack for each expansion onto Spotify eventually. So, hopefully it's on there somewhere. Alright, back to base Omicron. And then we can teleport again. Oh god. Ugh, I hate it when I do that. Ugh. Awful. Whang. There we go. Now, let's see. Got Culinarian at level 85. So, teleport to Best Ways Burrow. Yeah, honestly, the Elysian is the only one of the 3 places from these tribal quests that actually feels like it's not done in terms of decoration. I mean, look at this. They even added the decoration thing over there, even though they didn't have to. Look at it all. It's beautiful. It's like, this looks like it's done. Heck, even the mural doesn't look done, but that's kind of part of the point. It's never gonna be done. These guys get distracted and don't continue with the part that they started. But that gives it its own little flavor. I love that aspect of it. I do want to find out if the allied quest for this expansion in any way involves what's it called again? Brain, why do you do this to me? Basically, in previous expansions, all the Beast Tribe quests lead into an allied quest, and the ones for the first, for Realm Reborn, and the first 2 expansions involved a character who wore a special mask. In the first mission, part of his missions of these allied quests, you do get the mask to wear for yourself. And he just keeps reappearing. Like, he seemingly dies, but then keeps coming back. He didn't do this for Shadowbringers, but that's because the allied quests were in the first. And just as they weren't really able to have, God damn it. just as they weren't able to have the Hildebrand quests in the first for that long, and actually saved continuing his story until the next expansion. Yeah, making him appear in any context would have been weird. So they didn't do it. And instead, they didn't have that guy reappear until... reappear in that one. I don't know if he reappears in these ones, because he could. It certainly wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility for him to find himself in Razathan, or for him to travel to the moon and Ultima Thule. I don't think that that would be beyond his capabilities. So I could definitely see him returning. But that is something we'll have to wait and see, because he might not, and I need to find out. One moment. What's his name again? What was it? Ebla. Hold on. I think it was something like Ebony. No. Okay, one moment. Allied Beast Trap quests. Let me take a look. Sable Death, I think, was his name. Ba-ba. Evan Claw was his name. I'm sure he has a proper name, but ba 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 ba. Okay, good. I think they did finally, properly get rid of him, so he's not going to reappear at any point in the future. Which is good, because his constant reappearance was getting old. I think the only reason I accepted it at first was simply because of the fact that it didn't seem like there was gonna be... It seemed like a very fun thing. The idea that, oh yeah, this guy's so awful and has such a vendetta against the beast tribes that every time he shows up, he ends up inadvertently bringing together all of the beast tribes to deal with him. But yeah, after the first and second time were pretty fun, but the third was when it started to get old. So I'm glad for the fourth and fifth times around, they went, nope, we're not bringing him back. He is gone for good. We are not doing anything further with this particular character. Which, admittingly, I kind of wish was a philosophy they'd follow with, some of the other characters. I accidentally activated the thing too soon. Okay. But yeah. I am hoping that the Allied quest this time around is really fun. And the lack of involvement of the guy from previous ones means I can get straight to it as soon as we unlock it instead of having to wait to finish all the others. Because that was actually one of the biggest flaws of having him reappear, was the fact that it didn't make much sense with his reappearances unless you had seen him before. So unless you'd completed the Beast Tribe quests of the previous expansions, you kind of had to wait. Which, in fairness, I do think they actually... I don't know if they actually... Actually, I don't know if they designed them so that they could be done out of order or not. Huh. I should probably find out about that, but the only way to do that, really, is to either switch to my other character where I've already finished them all, or... complete them all again. Which, in fairness, we're getting close to that. Alright, now let's check our reputation with some of the others. Shadowbringer, not Shadowbringers, we'll go back to Heavensward. Okay, the Vanu, if we do them at all, we're gonna finish them. The Vath is a bit further though, because it's 70 each. So that would only take us to, I think, 630, so I think we can do the Vath without issue. And we'll do it as a Dark Knight. That's the class that's closest to leveling up, and I do wanna... I wanna max out the level of Dark Knight. Well, not max out. I wanna get it to at least 70 so they can share its gear with Paladin and Warrior. Because that will mean I don't have to carry as much on me. I can also give the gear I'm currently wearing to one of my retainers. Vastly improve their gear without having to replace my own. Alright, and one more. There we go. We got our quests. Alright, now we need to ride it and fumigate on a wyvern. Also, I noticed that we haven't actually fully explored this area. I should really fix that while I'm here this time. But first things first, plowing ahead with getting a fumigation to a dragon. Alright. Haha. Scaring it off. Now we chase after it. Mwahaha. I see you skulking around. And one last time. Looking around the map, I think that area to the south is the only area that's actually a legit exploration area. So I'll quickly fly over it to mark it on the map, and then we'll be fine. Don't know why I haven't flown over this way. Huh. So, looks like that area there is also needs to be explored. Possibly other areas too. And we'll sort that out later. I'm gonna need to get off this in a moment. Okay, I can see the borderline, so that means nothing. But that means something. So we'll fly over there in a bit. Destination, survey. There's a tree. Go to this one, then we'll go over to at full pelt. Pretty sure at least one of these destinations has nothing at it. But that next quest may take us even further away. Ta-da! Alright. So, now we go over to scraps of meat at designated location and await our quarry. Wonder what we're fighting. Oh, it's a Bandersnatch. I do love the Alice in Wonderland named enemies. It's fun when they do things like that. Ooh, today I had myself a pizza, and one of the things you could get added to it was a garlic base, and ooh, so nice. I think it was basically like a garlic butter oil that they drizzled over the top, or actually like baked into the thing, but either way, it's really nice. That little garlicky addition. Hopefully it's still nice after the pizza's cooled down. I don't have to reheat it. There's usually pizza from the one I got this one from is nice when it's cold. And sometimes that's all I want in the morning after when I have leftover pizza. Just some cold pizza. Why not? Some people don't like it. I am fine with it, depending on the place the pizza comes from. Typically, the places that do sourdough bases tend to actually have a better result when it comes to the cold pizza option. Maybe it's because of the sourdough base retaining more moisture, so it tends not to dry out as much when it's left to cool down. I mean, that's my first thought for why. But it could be anything. Alright, now we turn in the quests. There we go. Okay, so reputation. Yep, one more day and they'll max out. After, like, 2 quests? Same with the Vanu. Wait, no, Vanu. It's 60 per, I think, for the Vanu. 50 or 60 per, I'm not sure which. So it's either 2 or 3 quests to max them out. Mughals, I'm pretty sure they're the same as the Vanu. So they won't max out for another 2 days at least. So, yay, we're done with this one. But now we have other things to do. Namely, we have custom deliveries. Alright, ones that will max out their story today. Now I could go do old ones, but the main purpose of doing them on stream is to try the new ones. So it's Margaret with her mesmerizing miniatures. And Andin with his vibrant Borite cuisine. So, let's see. One of those takes us to Neubrand, specifically to Lidleron. Yeah. Ba ba ba. Boo. Huh. Oh yeah, it's Pancake Tuesday. I should have made pancakes today. Huh. Completely forgot what day it was. Ah well. It's fine. The excessive amount of pizzas will make up for it. Because I also had pizza for lunch. Which was left over from last night. Don't judge me. Anyways, right, the class we want to level up right now will be Blacksmith. So, let's get to work on custom deliveries and then classic Vibrant. Alright, this is gonna be alright. It's just the fact that we need to do 6 of these that makes it less ideal. Yes, intensive synthesis. Woo, that's 1 down. Okay, we got a good. That helps us greatly. Well, not really. God damn it, I didn't notice the excellent. Damn it, synthesis failed. Which means we lost an ingredient, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Wah. I need to pay better attention. God damn it. Really? Right when I don't have enough energy for it? How dare. Alright. One, 2, 3. Why do you have to do this to me? That gets me focus synthesis. There we go. How many do we have now? 3. Wah. Good. There we go. That's better. Okay. Why? Sometimes this thing annoys me for how it does things. Wah. Alright, we still need one more. Because, yeah, we only have 5 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other one who fails. Okay. Intensive synthesis. Groundwork. There we go. That should do it. Let's see what happens to Andon next. Yep. Cuisine may probably feature lamb mutton. Sure, the sheep cuisine probably features leaf mutton fronds. Goes around, comes around, I suppose. Yay! I do hate that we can't just hand them all in at once, but... eh. Well, there we go. Water and sunlight provide all the substance a plant could ever need, but after looking at these food systems, I can't help but feel a strong affinity for eating. I do miss a good chew. No, this is no time for swallowing. Wallowing just a little more. Remember once you ate. I've got it. I remember my favorite dish. There was a tavern in the castle town that served an exquisite lamb stew. Normally I would prepare my own meals, but that dish in particular I preferred to pay for. The first time I saw you eat sheep, Andon, I thought I had been thrown into the queerest of dreams. Oh, to think the good, sweet, gentle shepherd would gobble up his friends with such delectable delight. Well, being a shepherd is more than being a friend to sheep. Your duty is to ensure no part of their life goes to waste. You milk them, shear their wool, and one day, yes, see that their skin becomes leather and their bodies nourishment for others. We shepherds rely on our sheep for survival, especially in such unforgiving climes. So I did my utmost to repay their sacrifice with as happy and comfortable a life as I could provide. I believe they were happy anyway. They say happy sheep provide better milk, and indeed the cheese I made from their yield was quite popular at the tavern. Paired wonderfully with ale. In fact, I remember one acquaintance of mine downing their weight in drink. So delighted were they by the combination. Their dwarven friend was perfectly appalled, scolding them for something awful. And now he's short. He is a potato. A leafy potato. Hey Tor, haven't you had your fun by now? Never enough fun, Andon. Not when it's with you. Oh, Big Andon was strong and lovely, but little Andon is adorable and lovely. Adorable? Oh, I don't think you can simply flower your way out of my discontent. Even though you very well may. Aw, I wonder what next you'll have me doing for him. I can only make 6 deliveries to him a week, so... just and generous journey. Yep. Looking at little Andon reminds me of how true Andon was once so enraptured by dwarven beards. Do all fluffy things fascinate you, Andon? Oh, the beards! Yes, for the longest time I assured they were naturally grown from the chins. I was surprised to discover they actually attach at the helm. As an amateur or artisan myself, I can't admire such unique dwarven handicraft. Why did I say that? Was I an artisan? I do remember sitting before the hearth on snowy days and making something. Handicrafts or some sort. Does that sound probable to you, Sparks? It could be. Use your efforts, thank you for so many much to offer in the way of recompense, but you go base like a sheep or two before you go. To invigorate you. Wow. I mean, where's the sheep? I want to pet it, but that requires me being able to target it. I can't target them. Where? Where? The 90 gear we're going to need purple ones, which require us getting something for the collectors. How are we doing for scripts anyways, right now? We have 2982. So I might as well see about master recipes. Because we have the carpenter, blacksmith, armorer, goldsmith, leatherworking, weaver, alchemist, and culinarian. Woo! We did it! But that's only Master Recipes 1. Master Recipes 2. We'll need to save for them. But they are available. We just have to get classes to a little bit higher level. Our next destination will be the Charlian Hamlet of Labyrinthos, as that's where our next people are hanging out. And this one, it's the collectibles thing. So let's go to a merchant. Buy 6 mesmerizing miniature components. And then Marga, mesmerizing miniatures, synthesize. One, 2, 3, 4. Master's Mend. Veneration. Intensive. We have it available. Groundwork. 1, 2. Alright, that's 1. Okay. That's it, we can finish it! Woo! Okay, how many is that now, too? Gosh, I hate how difficult they can be sometimes. Use that for tricks of the trade. Gonna wear off on the next round, so I might as well as use Waste Not. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, reflect, waste not, innovation, preparatory, preparatory, God's blessing, master mend, intensive synthesis, waste not. All right. One more. Then we're all good for another week's worth of this stuff. Synthesis. Woo! We're all done. Oh, there we go. Another. And last one. Look, I procured something on my own. A researcher brimming with gratitude. None of us were expecting anything remotely close to the quality of what you delivered. The whole team couldn't be happier. Finally, we'll have furnishings more inspired than peeling wallpaper and criminally slow timepieces. I can feel my investment in the drudgery improving already. So, what do you suppose Ibuki and her colleagues spend their time studying whilst their monstrous miniatures keep vigil? Life sciences. Let's stake my life on it. Oh, don't do that. While biologists were called in for the Ragnarok's development, they didn't belong to Ibuki's cohorts, though I could see why you might assume so. Ibuki's team specializes in materials engineering, so they were tasked with deciding what the Ragnarok should be made of. As the mission was of the greatest import, candidate materials were subjected to rigorous testing to ensure safe and reliable operation. For instance, every component within the engines had to withstand both the heat and stress the engine itself generated, as well as whatever bumps and scrapes it might suffer during the course of the ship's journey. For if the durable, heat-resistant materials they chose had been too heavy or difficult to work with, our starship would have been effectively the world's largest doorstop. Fair. So, to ensure the Ragnarok can actually fly and not be reduced to fondue in the process, Ibuki and her colleagues searched high and low for materials suited for each and every part. On the occasion they failed to find what they needed, they rolled up their sleeves and created it themselves. People tend to be more interested in the bigger picture, by what is being made, rather than what it's made of. I've made my peace with it. It's a fairly mundane job, truth be told. Not from where I'm standing. You and your lab are the heroes who help us realize our wildest dreams. We are forever in your debts. Well, if you really like to repay the favor, you might try making a good faith effort to actually meet your deadline next time. These days, we mostly deal in arms and armor production with external collaborators. No matter how much you improve upon the previous model, adventurers always demand harder, better, faster, and stronger. Harder, better, faster, stronger, more than ever. That's a more in-depth understanding of circumstances which demand such performance. So we conduct simulations based on actual and theoretical experiences of veteran adventurers, which in turn means extensive research into the myriad monstrosities of the world. Perhaps too extensive, given how it has influenced our team. Influence being instilled an obsession in. Now, whenever we see any reproductions of a monster, potential battle begins. Sharp claws, a lumbering blow. No wait, toxic, molten breath, powerless to penetrate our perfectly selected materials. Then comes the counter. Pikes piercing hardened scale, blades carving through jets of a spile, driving unimpeded towards their fleshy prize. Shivers just thinking about it. During your long and storied tenure, you may have worn or wielded something developed by Ibuki's team and not even known it. Are guild ship missions so perilous these days? Let her know. Sparks narrowed. Yeah, what? How? What? Yeah. Signature on the thing you just brought me. Did you sign? I sign everything I make. Just your initial on the underside. No, please, your full name next time. Across the front. Oh. And you, Margaret! How dare you conceal such crucial information? Just wait till the rest of the team hears about this. Oh. Oh, delightful. I love them. He's overjoyed with his gracious gleaner. Yep, what's our new client's next job? He looks familiar. He's not. Ibuki just ran by shrieking like a jilted chocobo. Something amiss? I suppose there's no telling with her. Never mind. Hodge, I'm here to collect my supplies. Your request was denied. You're encouraged to recuperate at home. That's rich. Rich or not, that is the official answer. For those who have a special offer for rejected petitioners. Why, Hodge, the very nerve of you. Well met, Margaret. I'm glad to find you in high spirits and not your usual state of inconsolable weeping. I believe we have yet to be acquainted. Grondilvel, vet, system of etherologists. No, Grondilvel, your good breeding ruined our little game when challenging him to guess who did what on the Ragnarok. Our system's etherologists basically ensure that on an arcane level the Ragnarok was easy to operate. Each component was imbued with supplemental magic and without having to employ overworked mages worrying about activating geometries. This was possible because many systems were designed to function automatically in the presence of sufficient ether. But how do you ensure the requisite quantities of ether are supplied throughout the ship? Call the system etherologist. Grondevelt's team was tasked with the development of regulators to reallocate ether as the system dictates. So when our furry pilots engaged the throttle, the Ragnarok sped up instead of sputtering to a halt or exploding. Needless to say, it is intricate work that requires a deep understanding of how a host of complex mechanisms interact, far beyond the scope of a harried gaggle of mages. Goodness, your effulgent praise has my bosom all a-tingle. But returning to what Hodge mentioned, you are fulfilling requests which Thesaurus denies? Why, we are indeed. My exclusive gleaner here is second to none when satisfying the needs of the needy. Take advantage of a free trial today. Though I'm curious as to what prompted said trial, we foolishly reject your offer. Very well. Might I commission some remedies for weary eyes? Eye drops would suffice, as would items that improve circulation. Foodstuffs purported to improve visual acuity would be welcome too. Carrots! I will go to the Loports and get you all of the carrots! If it may aid in the preservation or enhancement of eyesight, my team and I would welcome whatever you can provide. I see. Been burning the midnight oil, have we? A man after my own heart. Well then, my gleaning genius, let's find this hard worker respite for his tired eyes, shall we? Next week. What others may whisper? The okay. So, eye elixir, elixir materials, and fish. Fish that I currently have. Like, I actually think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So, when the next... So, I'll just turn those in next week. I know I'm not going to get any experience for it, but... Well, might as well. What time are we at? 21:40. Okay, well, let's check master recipes. Just to make sure I don't waste any. Okay, next stop will be to take Carpenter and return to Old Charlian, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I haven't done all the level 85 quests yet, I don't think. Let's see, 88, 85, and 85. So, to the studio. Might as well while we're here. Next quest. Sparks, lovely to see you again. I do hope you've been looking after yourself. On more than one occasion, my students have fallen ill due to neglecting their health, you know. I wouldn't want you to go the same way. Goodness, listen to me prowling on like some worried old mother. Well, I may not be your mother, but the rest still stands. I am old, and I do worry about you. Aw, thank you. Never mind. You're obviously in good health and spirits both. Now, while you're away, I took a closer look at the Golden Yamata to determine what other parts may be faulty. The problem it seems is either the mammoth's core or the mechanism controlling motor function. I have examined the core and it appears to be made from exceedingly rare minerals. I could find no gleaners willing or able to procure them, but I did manage to strike a deal with a merchant in the harbor. It will take time for the materials to be delivered, however. Until they arrive, I propose we start with another rather important piece of our mammoth puzzle. Your task is to cap to the motor components required to support proper movement. This is far more complex than anything we have asked of you thus far, so I hope nothing goes wrong. Ah! I accept. Goodness, Borg, that won't do it all. Well, I suppose that's one more reason for you to do your best with us. I'm sure they will put Borg's mind at ease. Alright. And culinarian as well. I think I have it, Sparks. A method to infuse a panel with a more alluring aroma. The key is to blend a more fragrant oil into the dough, which will not only lend our bread a lovely scent, but also improve its savory flavor. Oils and fats need to be kept to the absolute minimum, of course, so we have a variety that provides the greatest effect for the smallest amount. I have a basic idea of how a low-fat aromatic substance might be achieved. Oil... Oh, god damn it. Oil will require your help with the advanced process involved to make it. Sorry, that was terrible. Agreed, that was awful. How dare. You should be ashamed. Shame. Alright, well... Not tribal quests, it's... Class quest studio. Panel of oil requires perilla oil and grave 5 alkahest. Okay, so firstly perilla oil. Search by crafting oil. It requires Thavnarian perilla leaf, which we can easily get from Thavnare. So we'll fast travel to Palaka's Stance, switch to Botanist, and collect as much as we need. We need 4. So we need 4 of them. And for each one we'll require 6. So we should gather 30 to make sure that we have extra. Because I don't know if this will be one of those things that produces multiple of, or something that produces only one of. Oh, right. I should be botanist right now if I want to make sure that the thing actually spawns. Right. There's the thing we need. Let's see. Thavnarian perilla leaf. Okay. We're doing all right. How many did we need? It was 30 I said we needed. So we're already halfway there. Ba-ba. Ba-ba. And Africa. $22, $23. Meh. It's 25, 27, 28. All right. Do. Alright, that's that. Now we have extra, just in case we need it. Now, the other thing we'll need, underground spring water, we have 4. How much of this stuff do we need? We need at least 4 of them. So, we're not gonna need much of this, but more than what we have. The hard part will be the lunar tender blossom. Not the tiger lily, that's easy enough. We actually already have more than enough. Oh, it looks like we do actually have enough of the lunar tender. So it's really just the spring water we need. Just gather slightly more than what we need. All right. Now, we have what we need, so let's... it's going to take ages for that, so we're just going to have to teleport the old-fashioned way instead of using our return, which is annoying, but oh well, what can we do? Because we have all the other ingredients. Just need to go over to the summoning bell and get them. Because Lollery has the, what was it again? Tiger Lily? Might as well get Adventure Report done and send another while I'm here. Won't do this for all of them, but I'll at least do the ones that I'm interacting with. Right, and from this one, I needed Lunar Tender Blossom. So let's see, I have that, right? Yep, there it is. Alright. So first things first, as a culinarian, we craft the oil. Okay. Alright, we made it. Now we'll make... Why not? We'll make 5 more. Okay. Then close this. Switch to Alchemist. Okay. Restore that a bit. Okay. Alright, so we've got 3 bottles of that. And we can make, just in case we need it for anything else. Now, switch back to Culinarian and make the panel of oil. Okay. So, reflect. This one's a little easier as we have a bit more time with it. Alright, that's 1 down. Ba-ba-ba. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, so that's 2. We need 6 of these, I think. Okay. How many is that? 3? Oh, we only have enough perilla oil to make 4. Ba-ba-ba. Right, how we doing then? If we only have enough for 4, we need to get more perilla oil. I can't be bothered going and getting the ingredients. One moment as well, I need to check my messages. Oh, it was peril. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, that's a bit better. Alright. One more. And yeah, I'm making it a little harder for myself specifically because I want to waste some more resources. So I can get them out of my inventory when I'm done. Oops, didn't need to do that, but oh well. There we go, that should do it. Actually, I'll make the other thing as well while I'm here. The other thing was something for blacksmithing. Right. Gold motor component, is it? Yep. Which requires bismuth ingots and Phrygian gold ingots. I'm just gonna buy both because I can't be bothered going and looking for their resources and making them. So, bismuth. Bismuth ingots. People are charging a lot for them. 2 times 6 only accounts for... Okay. And then... I'm just gonna do that. Okay. There. We have enough of everything. Not high quality for one of them, but it'll do. After all, we only need to make 6. Alright, so that's 1. Boop, boop, boop. Almost done. I'm bad at keeping track of things, okay? Okay, we'll need to wrap up after we do these quests.
3. So this is number 4. Now we're making number 5. One left. There we go. That should do it. Two quests to turn. There we go. That's 5 million. Thank you. Fine work as always. This should fit our little friend perfectly. Okay. She's looking a lot better with that new part in place. We've still no replacement for her core, but let us see if she is at least capable of rudimentary functions. The golden diamond is a little more than before. You suspect it will be good as new once you replace its core. Oh, stop getting so disheartened, mate! We're making progress. It may be slow, but we're definitely heading in the right direction. All that remains is to fashion a new core. Yee. I thought I told you to cease this ridiculous work of yours. To think the studium's resources are being wasted. That's nonsense. While my efforts to decipher ancient languages go largely ignored. You there, clumsy assistant. How have you not yet convinced her to stop this blunder of a project? She understands better than anyone her colleagues' misgivings for this outlandish behavior. Well, I concede I do not share the professor's optimism for the potential of that thing. But so long as I am her assistant, I will continue to support her in whatever way I can. Word has it, Hippo thinks rather highly of you. For her to sing such praises, you must be an artisan of remarkable skill. Yet for all your talent, it seems you still have much to learn about what work you should and shouldn't accept. Your gifts will go to waste if you keep humoring this old bag. Say what you want, but I think this is a job worth doing. Honestly, what a merry bunch of fools you all are. Do not think you can continue wasting studium resources forever. It's just me, or did he seem to be in a rather good mood today? Hopefully that wasn't too distressing for you, Sparks. We simply need to keep at it. I'm certain our mammoth friend will stir to life as soon as we get her a new core. As always, your help will be indispensable. Woo! Rather good relic restore. Welcome back, Sparks. So wonderful to see you again. We just received word our delivery of core materials is coming to port. Bork was just leaving to go and fetch them. But now that you're here, might I ask you to accompany him? I would be certain of the quality of these goods, and I trust your discerning artisan's eye. Fantastic. Well, hurry along, you two. Let's be on our way then. The merchant said she will be waiting for us in the Scholar's Harbor. Fragrant oil, that will be the secret ingredient in our fourth and hopefully final test batch. It won't be. Definitely won't be the final. Well, that's 5 million, which should be enough to level up this class. Gracious me, that smells incredible. Actually drooling. Once we work that aroma into the bread, people will be lining up to try a slice. We've done it, Sparks. The aromatic temptation of our fourth batch has proven irresistible. Last time patrons have even started placing orders for us to bake more. And in a happy coincidence, the new oil also served to plump up our loaf until it resembles a small, scrumptious cloud. They even measured the fat content just in case, we are well within the accepted parameters. Surely now we've achieved true bakery perfection. But there's only one way to find out. Let's head over to the cafe and ask for Master Daikon's verdict. Please, Master Daikon, don't leave us in suspense. Oh. This is unacceptable. I cannot have you baking bread that's more delicious than mine. You've outdone yourselves this time. Full marks. Yes! Oh, have my heart in my throat there a moment. Now that we have the Master's unconditional approval, I believe that signals an end to our testing process. We make a wonderful team, Sparks. I just want to find you frittering away the hours like this, and here of all places. You set aside my assignment on digestive issues to pursue the trivial art of gourmet cooking? I'll not deny it, this is exactly what I've been doing. And let me tell you why. The problem with Panaloaf was never a difficulty with digestion. It was the awful taste that was making people feel ill. Lest you believe our efforts in vain, I ask that you try a sample of our fourth test batch. I think you'll find the flavor much improved. Nay, I have no interest in your mundane concerns over flavor. The very subject sickens me. We'll do, however, is analyze the nutritional value of your much improved Panaloaf. We shall see if it even meets the criteria for a proper meal substitute. And you'll find that it does, because she's meticulous in her calculations. I must inform you that the fourth test batch is a failure. It is sorely lacking in absorbic acid, a vital nutrient which any prospective meal replacement must contain. Deficient levels of absorbic acid lead to outbreaks of scurvy. It is an illness which often afflicts sailors on long sea voyages and can also be prevalent in times of famine and hardship. Citrus fruits are an effective measure to combat scurvy. One cannot always rely on a fresh supply of oranges or lemons. As such, the perfect meal of choice is one which rarely fulfills that role. I have already succeeded in adding this nutrient to my original Panaloaf, and I'm prepared to make my submission to the forum. But the acid, how did you... You expect me to reveal my techniques to one who so blatantly disregarded my instruction. I am sorry, Miss XIV, but you are hereby relieved from your current duty. So be it. I will perfect our version of Panaloaf without your assistance. I submit the recipe as a contender to your own. A contest, then. And may the best bread win. However, in the event that your recipe fails to garner the forum's favor, I will see you disciplined for the misuse of research funding. Your punishment will be expulsion from my research facility. Nay, from the studium itself. You bastard! Professor Galvaroche, if you're so intent on ruining my employee's future, then I think I'm entitled to a question or two. For what old Mervyn told me, the two of you were once classmates. More than that, you were good friends. So I'd like to understand, why do you hold so much hate for the thing he held so dear? Mervyn was an exceptional student, but he threw away his academic career for the love of a well-made meal. This cafe he built, the incessant taste testing, no more than excuses to indulge in course after course of gourmet food and drink. His reckless pursuit of that passion would send him to an early grave. Your fine dining is a curse. Filled the mind of a brilliant young man, slew him as surely as any slow-acting poison. Now, if you have nothing further to say, I must return to my research. Swift, sure, efficient. Wow. Okay, I hate him. So much. No idea that Professor and Mervyn were ever acquainted, let alone classmates and friends. At least now I understand why my actions upset him so. But we cannot give up. For the sake of Charlene's bellies, you must help me within the forum's minds. Our crusade for culinary quality continues. Thank you, Sparks. I shall figure out this issue with absorbic acid, and then we can start on test batch number 5, although I think it's time we have a proper name for our panel. I nominate Mervyn Bread, in honor of the Last Stand's founder. Let's get the oven heated up and show Professor what we and our loaves are made of. As Professor Galvaro so eagerly pointed out, our Mervyn bread cannot be considered a perfect meal to be loaded with sufficient quantity of absorbic acid. The problem is, all the citrus fruit varieties grown in Labyrinthos have distressingly low values of this key nutrient. They say it has something to do with how the false sun cannot entirely replace the effects of natural sunlight. Thus, for our purposes, we are unlikely to improve the Mervyn's bread's levels of absorbic acid simply by adding a limp Labyrinthos orange or two to the list of ingredients. And yet the professor claimed to have managed the feat. The question is, how? He synthesized the acid himself. Yes, it's entirely possible. We have manufactured the nutrient using elements extracted from readily available Labyrinthos profits. The process he employed, however, is a mystery. It would take me months to research a manufacturing method from scratch. I can't allow the professor to submit his panel loaf unopposed. We can consult with another expert on the subject. Razokhan is home of alchemy, and one of its noted practitioners, Master Jalvaz, is the nearest leading authority on nutritional scientists. I have never had the pleasure myself, but perhaps he will assent to an audience if we show up on his doorstep. The new ether allows us to travel down there directly, so that should save us some time. So swift and sure. We might have to work on efficient. Alright, so first things first. We need to go to Scholar's Harbor. Hello, merchant. Hello. How are you on this fine day? You're both from the studium, yes? Well, yes, we are actually. We've been sent by Professor Rusha for... Ah, so you'll be here for the minerals then. Have a gander at them and let me know if they meet with your approval. Well, they seem to be what we asked for. Any thoughts, Sparks? It's great to hear. What a relief. Pleasure doing business with you. Do you have the tome I recently ordered from the studio? The order was placed under Namono Tayamono. Mr. Namono? No. Always a pleasure. Of course I do. Here it is. I hope it's to your liking. Yes, you see what requested you require, though I must say its contents appear to be somewhat lacking. Dear me, do you wish to return it then? No, you did your job and deserve to be compensated accordingly. Thank you kindly. If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way. Here, perhaps with this you will learn something about what constitutes worthwhile research. If it piques your interest, then feel free to visit me in my office. I'd gladly welcome someone as determined as you to join my staff. We could do with another pair of hands. Jeez. Condescending twat. He looks so young, too. Compendium on Linguistic Research. I think its contents are beyond me. Archaeology has always been my preferred field of study. However, my marks at school often left much to be desired. Even calling me a second-rate researcher would be flattery. But that mattered little to Master Rurusha. She took me under her wing. Despite my shortcomings, my performance greatly improved thanks to her tutelage. So much so, I was offered a position working at St. Connick's Find after graduation. I could accept it. I have a great debt to the professor for all she has done for me. So long as she has need, I will remain at her side. Alas, I don't feel I've been much help to her of late. Perhaps it would be for the best if I took out on a few odd jobs for Professor Namono. At least then I would be contributing to the field in some way, however significant it may be. Only you can decide how you live your life. Alright, this is not a decision to be made lightly. Apologies for my jabbering. You did not come all this way to hear my lamentations. Come, let's return to the professor. I was expecting to have a call with a friend. I'm waiting for him to message me and tell me that he got up and is ready to start, but hasn't heard that yet. May have needed a bit more sleep. Time zones and such. He's 7 hours behind me and had a night shift, so yeah. We'll see what happens. Welcome back, you two. Everything went well, I take it. Good to hear. Thanks again for lending us that discerning eye of yours. I say, Bork, what is that tome you have there? Well, we happened to run into Professor Namono when he met the merchant, and the tome he ordered seemed to underwhelm him, so he shoved it into my hands. Here, I'll staff I might consider working for him. Look at you, getting scouted by other professors. You're coming up in the world, Bork. Alas, he only wanted me to help out with odd jobs. I could never hope to aid anyone deciphering ancient languages, as you well know. I do wish he wouldn't put himself down like this. He contributes more than his fair share to my work at the very least. But let's set that aside for now. Time has come for you to get to work on the core. If you should have need for additional materials, Bork will provide. Well, I should need additional materials. And... Woo! Done. We're so close. Let me know once you finish making the core. Oh, that was nerve-wracking work. I've successfully placed the old core with your new one. Now we need but pray that it works. Look at it. It flew a little. For the briefest of moments, the golden diad took flight. Unfortunately, immediately falls to the table. A rattling sound can now be heard coming from within. Something came loose in there. Well, what do you know? It really can fly like an airship. I hardly believe my eyes. Are you certain it is not elegant in origin? I can think of no other age of civilization capable of fashioning such a mammoth. Strange, though, that it continued to function poorly despite replacing all its parts. Which leaves us with what is now essentially a prohibitively expensive ornament. I'll grant you, our results thus far are somewhat less than satisfactory. This is not cause for panic. Archaeology is most interesting when you come up against a hurdle like this. Just love being challenged to solve a good mystery. Well, only time will tell if the golden diad is truly a mammoth or simply someone's old plaything. Did I forgive myself were I to move on to another project without first uncovering all of our friend's secrets? Let's take back to the state we found it in, and yet it's now capable of flight, for goodness sake. Incredible progress. That said, the rattling noise just now does have me worried. Perhaps I made a mistake somewhere when inserting the new parts. We'll need to dismantle it once more and see if we can deduce what went wrong. Until then, I bid you get some rest. I will let you know the very moment we have finished. Next quest will be available at level 88. Alright, so it's gonna be well, not too long actually, maybe a day or two. But right now we need to go to Yalgamad. So that we can talk to Debroy. I feel sick to my stomach, but it's nothing compared to the nausea I suffered after one bite of the professor's panel. Come on, we'll find Master Jalvaz in the city proper. So this is the fabled city of Razaham, even more vibrant than I imagined. Yes, this is my first visit to Fabnir. To be perfectly honest, this is my first time I've ever left Charlotte. What view, Sparks? Have you been here before? Yep, multiple times. Lead the way. I've studied the layout of this place from top to bottom on parchment, but in the flesh, I get lost before we've taken 10 steps. When I found mention Master Sophie's affiliation with the High Crucible, though the man should be getting on in years, he may very well be retired. Anyway, it's somewhere to start. Let's head there now and see if he's still in residence. Let me just check something. Right, the Chata conversation is over at, well, the High Crucible itself. So first, the conversation. Now this is an impressive piece of alchemical apparatus. Why, I wager They could cook and talk almost any mixture they pleased with in such a grand furnace. Ugh. Some lingering ethereal sickness. Let's press on. It is an impressive setup that they have here. Jalvaz, never heard of the fellow. He may have worked here once, but I know no one of that name among my present colleagues. Suppose he is retired after all. Actually, considering his age, there is no guarantee the man is even. But let's assume he is still among us for the moment. Shall we continue our inquiries on the floor below? Sure. Discuss alchemy. Despite no expense of this facility, when it comes to the field of alchemy, I would seem Razadhan is mom's ahead of everyone else. Even though they're professors of Charlian. Yeah, they do seem to invest a lot into it, don't they? Looking for Jalvaz, the alchemist? That would be my great-grandfather. But it's quite some time since he last worked here. Your great-grandfather? He was a great man. He is! Over 100 summers young and still going strong. As a prominent scholar of nutrition and health, he's always practiced what he preaches. Why, he's even spry enough to visit the tavern from time to time. If you head over to Myriad's Mayhain, you might get a chance to see him there. Wonderful news, thank you. I'm very eager to meet him. There you have it, Sparks. Assassination is mere... Dear, here I traveled did not agree with me. Deep breaths. It's Mayhain we go. I don't know if using the Aethernet shards is a good idea when she's suffering from ethereal sickness, but it's fine. After all, we probably had the same conversation if you had walked. Oh wait, there are 2 conversations you can have with her if you walk here. I'm not bothered about them. If I want to check them out, I can find out about them later. I really just want to get on with the story. I don't see anyone who matches the portrait in the books, which makes sense considering how young he was in that particular picture. I wonder what he... Ugh. Oh no. Miss? Don't you worry now, young lady. I'll brew a remedy that'll put you back on your feet in a twinkling. Thank you, sir. I feel ever so much better. I've never heard of a bout of ethereal sickness lasting this long. Oh no, my dear. You are quite clearly suffering from a severe case of anemia. All the symptoms point to a lack of ascorbic acid. Without that nutrient, your body has trouble absorbing iron, which in turn leads to thinning blood, disturbing pallor, and extreme fatigue. The medicine I gave you will remedy the immediate issues, but I strongly suggest you rethink your dietary habits. Wouldn't want your youthful promise stolen by a fatal case of scurvy now, would we? So now that I think about it, I've been eating nothing but loaf samples since we started all this. It stands to reason that our yet-to-be perfected meals will leave me low on ascorbic acid. Thaliac saved me. I almost made the same mistake as Mervyn. Your knowledge of the nutritional science is most impressive, Master. Oh, it's just plain old Jalvaz. These days, my dear. I'm retired now. I've learned a thing or two about healthy eating and longevity over the years. So you are Jalvaz. I knew it. My name is DeBroy, and I study nutrition at the studio in Charlian. I come seeking wisdom from the foremost expert in the field, that being you, of course. If you know of a viable laboratory method for manufacturing ascorbic acid, I only request that you instruct me in the process. Well, isn't this a coincidence? It wasn't long ago that a professor from your studium approached me looking to solve the exact same dilemma. Yes, I know of a method. I was the one who discovered it. But the sweat of my brow comes at a price, Mr. Idri. Or rather, which one at that? How rich? Professor paid it without so much as raising an eyebrow, but I'm afraid the cost of my service is beyond the means of the average student. Still, it hardly seems fair to turn you away at the gate. I'll tell you what, why don't I make you a deal? You see, I have always been a lover of curries. When you've eaten as many as I have, you begin to grow tired of the same hannish flavors. I recently came to learn of an Eorzean-style curry plate that I am desperate to try. Taking the recipe from a trader, I've even gone so far as to gather the ingredients so a cook here can take a stab at preparing the dish. But now destiny has seen fit to drop a pair of Western travelers in my lap. Who better to make Western cuisine than the natives of those lands, eh? So here's my offer. You prepare the curry, and I teach you the method, provided my palate is properly tickled. We accept. I promise you it will make the most delicious curry you've ever tasted. That other visitor was almost certainly Professor Galvaroche, which means the process he learned is one which can be followed using resources from Labyrinthos. And what's more, Eorzean curry is one of the last stand's most famous dishes. I've made it many times. First, you caramelize the onions to bring out their sweetness, add the bouillon, dice your choice of meat and stew until tender. Oh, and be sure to skim fillet bits from the water, of course, and then... They probably save it for the kitchen. Sorry, I did it again, didn't I? Anyway, yes, I know all the steps, aside from mixing the golden spice. Master Daikon was always the one to prepare that ingredient. If you could take care of that part, then I'd be more than happy to handle everything else. As I said, I have all the ingredients you need and more besides. Cook away and let me know if you're running low on anything. My mouth is watering already. Alright. This seems relatively easy. How is that spice mixture coming along? It smells wonderful. This will give our curry the perfect amount of zest. So this is what Eorzean curry looks like. The colors, the aroma, it's so different to what we serve here. Now for the all-important taste. Is it to your liking, sir? He ate the whole thing, so it better be. It's fantastic. The more you eat, the more the layers of flavor compound into a harmonious orchestra of deliciousness. They say you can taste the chef's intention in a meal, and your determination to impress me has infused every bite. Then you'll share your method with us? Of course I will. A meal such as that is worth more than a man's weight in gold. Yay! So coconut milk is the key. Well then. Thank you so much, Jalvaz, sir. There is one more thing I would ask, if I may. What is your opinion in this is the biggest secret to health and long life? Well-balanced diet is important, no doubt about that, but I believe you must enjoy what you eat. It's always seemed to me that digestion is aided by how much one relishes a meal. And the better one's digestion, the more nutrients one's body absorbs. Exactly. I've often thought the same myself. You've been a great help to us, sir. We wish you many more years of healthy living to come. Love his shirt. Although I would love to more thoroughly explore Rezahan's gourmet delights, we must hurry back to Charlie. Perhaps another time. Now to return to old Charlian. quest. Thank you, Sparks, for accompanying me to such a far-flung locale on such short notice. If I could have secured that alchemical process from Galaz without your assistance. Now that we have it, our next batch of Mirvan bread will be well and truly perfect, this time for certain. That's a quite a lady. Alright. That'll have us making the Scorpic Advocate and finally the Shaolian fish cake ingredient. Alright, well. We'll have to wait, of course, to get all these done because we need to have level 88 in all 3 of these classes. Let's try to think if there's anything else to do right now then. Because we've done the custom deliveries. We should return to collect that. We have that to do, that to do. There's nothing else for me to do on camera anyways. That'll do for right now. We should be back next week with more, unless we're able to get things done sooner than that. But more than likely we'll be next week before we continue with this game. But we'll be getting back to Final Fantasy VII soon. Either later tonight if my friend doesn't get back to me by 12:30, or 11:30 we'll say. Or we'll be back tomorrow morning to continue. So until then, as always, I've been Sparks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.